So, first of all, my hair is very red now. Do you see this? Let me see if I can go where it's brighter. Oh, I'm in love. Okay, too bright, too bright. So yeah, first of all, my hair is a lot more red. Let me know what you think. And then second of all, I had the day off and it's 3:30 now. Derek gets off work at 4. And tonight I wanted to make burgers, but I wanted to make vegan burgers secretly and not tell him and see if he even notices. I'm probably gonna hide this camera and try and film like his reaction, but I have a feeling he either will have a very delayed reaction or he won't even notice. I think he'll notice that it's not, you know, just ground beef. He'll probably see like chunks of whatever else they're made out of. But you probably won't be surprised because I've made burgers before and I put cucumber and onions and like vegetables and stuff in it mixed in with the meat. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Also, I only have 30 minutes to go to the store and come back, and hopefully he won't already be here because he's gonna be like, why are you buying all these random things? These random vegetables and beans and stuff. I'll be like, I don't know. I have no idea if this is gonna work. But I'm excited because some of the recipes that I looked up look so good. It's from this website. I just found it on Pinterest and this is what they look like. They're called bean and zucchini patties, gluten-free or whatever. I don't really care about that because I can eat gluten fine. Next time you see me, I will be back home probably with all of the ingredients and we'll see how it goes. Bye. Also, I'm not vegan, so I really just thought this would be like a cool video idea. I'm not a big meat eater anyways, just from preference, so this should be interesting. I'm not gonna start cooking, but I'm gonna at least like mix together the patties so they're not so obvious that they're not meat, and then put them in the fridge and hope he doesn't go in there. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, get your Mr. Bean apron. I'm just kidding. Go ahead and take your kidney beans and rinse them really well and drain them and put them in a decent sized mixing bowl because you'll be adding more stuff later. And take your zucchini and I just split it down the middle to start out with and then just go ahead and start dicing it. You guys know how to do that. I don't need to explain that. Does anyone else have this problem? Every time I cut something, it sticks to my knife. Every time. So go ahead and keep dicing it. You want it to be pretty small, but don't put it in the mixing bowl yet. I almost made that mistake. It would have been so hard to separate because first you want to mash it up either with your hands, which is what the recipe called for, or if it makes you feel kind of gross doing that, which it made me feel kind of weird because it was like under my nails and just not a good feeling. So I washed my hands and I remembered that I had some type of mashed potato masher thing. I'm sure there's a better name, and I used that instead, which worked out really, really well. And then you can put the zucchini in the mixing bowl and then take your either like medium or large size onion. You don't really have to be that precise. Go ahead and start peeling it, and that's when Derek came home, which was very frightening because I thought he was for sure gonna catch me making vegan burgers, but he didn't. So that worked out, yay! And then go ahead and start dicing up that onion, and you want this to be pretty small too. Just remember it's gonna be in a patty that you're gonna be frying in a pan, and if you keep them big chunks, then it's gonna fall apart everywhere. That's just me crying, no big deal, just onions, you know how it is, girl. And then you can put the onions in the mixing bowl, and then take your curry powder, and salt, and there's an actual measurement in the recipe, but I never measure salt. You probably should. I recommend you measure it actually. And then just mix it up. Try not to spill flour everywhere like I almost just did. And then I think it's like a cup of flour, something close to that. Go ahead and sprinkle that in, or you can dump it, that works too, doesn't matter. Go ahead and mix that up really, really well. And then I just formed these into patties. It turned out, it made like 6 or something, which ended up being perfect because that's how many buns that I bought. And then go ahead and put oil in the pan and wait until it's completely hot and then put them in. Otherwise, they're gonna fall apart.
And then just cover it and wait until the underside is browned. You want it to be pretty dark brown, which actually it looks like meat when I flip it over. It's pretty crazy. You wouldn't even know that it's not meat. And then once the other side is browned, then it's done. And just go ahead and take it out and put the rest in. It looks so real. It's crazy. And then the recipe also talked about a homemade ranch sauce, which I just go ahead, or what am I saying? I just went ahead and made that too, because why not? You just put some sesame seeds in a pot with water, and you basically want to boil it for like 10 to 15 minutes, but it took a while for the water to heat up. So I went and found my cat. And say hello to my cat. This is her. She's adorable. She loves our beds so much. We put that blanket on there so she doesn't rip up our actual comforter. And I'm just giving her some nice belly rubs. She's actually sitting right next to me right now, which is funny. Looking at herself in the video. She's probably like, what the heck is that? Okay, so back to the video. When I walked back, like 5 minutes later, it was boiling pretty heavily, so it worked out good. And then go ahead and dice up another onion, and you want this to be really small, even smaller than what you cut earlier, because this is going into a sauce, so the less chunkier the better. And then I just picked a random amount of green onions. I just kind of picked up a handful and chopped that up as well. And then once the sesame seeds are done boiling, you want them to be super soft. You'll know when they're done, you'll know. Put in like a cup of water or something like that. And then soy sauce, some more salt, which please measure, because I didn't. It always works out for me, but it could really ruin a recipe if there's too much salt. And then some more curry powder, some apple cider vinegar, which I thought was kind of strange to put in a sauce on a burger, but I did it anyways, and it turned out pretty well actually. Go ahead and blend it, and you want to blend it as much as possible. You don't want any tiny pieces of anything in there, any chunks. You want it to be as smooth as possible. So go ahead and put in the onion into another mixing bowl, put the sauce on top, and then put the green onions in, and just go ahead and mix it up. I'm out of breath, I don't know why. And then for the side, I just made some potato wedges. This wasn't part of the recipe. I just kind of did it spur of the moment. Figured it would be pretty easy. And I just cut them into wedges, just 3. Oh my gosh, what kind of potatoes are those? I don't even know. Yellow, brown, just normal potatoes. The non-red kind. And then I put some oil in a pan and just spread out the potato wedges evenly. And I sprinkled just a bunch of random things on there. I just reached into my cabinet and was like, yep, that looks good. I'll put that on the potatoes. Salt and pepper, you know, just the staples, garlic powder, onion powder. I think I put some red pepper flakes on there. I like spicy food, so I like to add those whenever I can. And then some random Italian seasoning thing that has all the green stuff in it. If that makes sense. And then I sprayed some oil on top too to make that stick, and then I put them into the oven at 350 degrees. Okay, so Derek came home when I was cooking the patties. Patties, I guess. I'm talking quietly because he's in his office, and if he walks, I'm in the bathroom right now. If he walks in our bedroom, then he's gonna hear me. So he walked in when I was cooking the patties and didn't notice anything. But to be honest, when they're cooked, they look just like meat, like they're the same color. When they're raw, they look pink like meat too because of the kidney beans. But you can see like little pieces of the outside of the bean. Did I say raw? It's not even raw, whatever. The food's gonna be ready in like 10 minutes. I'm just waiting on the potato wedges to finish cooking. So far, I think he hasn't caught on. Why am I still wearing this apron? 1 second. I'm not gonna have to hide the camera when we start eating because I'm just gonna tell him that I wanna get a clip of us eating, I guess. And I'll tell him that there's not gonna be any audio or anything, that I'm just gonna put music in the background. We'll see how it goes. So here I'm just putting them all together. I put the ranch sauce on the bottom bun, and then I'm just taking out the potato wedges. I baked them and then I wanted them to be a little more crispy, so I broiled them for a couple minutes. And then just stick the patties in the bottom bun and some fresh cut tomatoes. I love tomatoes, that looks so good. I'm getting hungry again. It's like 1 in the morning, by the way. So if I sound tired and a little bit crazy, that is why I procrastinated doing this voiceover. And then I put on some mixed greens. It was like the spring mix, just a mixture of things on top of that. And I also put some more ranch sauce in there too. And then stick the top bun on, and I just smush it down just a teeny bit, or else it's gonna be like 8 inches tall, just kind of crazy. And then scoop some potato wedges on the side. This looks so good. I think I'm gonna go heat up leftovers after this.
Just cauliflower?
No, no.
I don't know what I'm tasting.
Take another bite.
It's definitely not meat.
Nope.
Eggplant?
Mm-mm. It's more soft than meat. I mean, the outside is crunchy, but inside is more soft. I wish the inside was a little bit more. Well, I like my meat well done anyway, so that's how I like. But does it taste good? It tastes really curry. Curry. There's curry.
That's what I'm tasting. I could not figure out what I was tasting.
But I mean, that's just a spice. That's not what it's made of.
No, what am I?
Zucchini, beans, and onion, and like flour and curry and like some other spices.
Curry.
It's a curry powder. But the meat of it is made out of like beans and like vegetables and stuff.
I don't hate it.
I wish the texture was a little bit less soft.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Oh gosh. I feel like I could make it more crunchy and then it would be better. But not bad.
No, it's not bad.
So you knew from the first bite that it wasn't meat?
Definitely. And you can, I mean, look at
Dang
it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not meat.
But last time I made burgers, I put stuff in it too, like cucumber. You should make a salad out of it. Okay, so he doesn't hate it. So that's good. So I think it went pretty well, especially since I've never made any vegan food ever. Well, not on purpose. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.